Hey everyone, it's Ben, and today we're going to be looking at some useful teaching tips for the classrooms of Korea. Now, most of what I'm about to say is common sense, but when I first started teaching abroad, like a lot of teachers, I was pretty naive, and it took me a while to realize these kind of things. So hopefully it'll be a help to you. Okay, the first tip is a pretty simple one. Learn the students' names. Now this seems obvious, but it can be a big task, especially if you have a lot of new students, big classes. However, I really found by learning the students' names and being able to call out each individual kid really helps the flow and organization of a classroom. For my first few months teaching, I kind of relied on, hey you, the kid next to the tall kid, yeah, the kid with the glasses, yeah, what's the answer to this? Which of course wastes a lot of time, it doesn't seem too professional. Using the students' names also helps create a much stronger bond between you and them and really shows you kind of care about each individual kid. Now, when you first start at a school, perhaps you might just be thrown into teaching a class with maybe not much idea about how the school's other teachers plan or run a lesson. I'd say it never hurts to go ask to observe one of the other regular teachers, whether they're an experienced foreign teacher or one of the native Korean English teachers there. This is a great way to kind of get a perfect example of what type of lessons that specific school wants you to teach. Because of course, every single school, whether it's public or private, always has a kind of specific style of lesson that they think works best. So if you can ask to observe another teacher, maybe even just for 5 or 10 minutes, you can really get a good understanding of how they want you to kind of teach, and hopefully you can emulate that style yourself. Now, my other golden tip, you're probably aware that every ESL teacher has a hidden weapon that always saves the day, and this is of course the sticky ball. Now, first of all, obviously it's a terrible idea to spend an entire class or even an entire day playing ball games. You know, the kids are there to learn, not to just play games. But playing a game at the end of class just to kind of review what you've learned, review the vocabulary, review the grammar is a really great way of letting the kids have some fun, hopefully helping them to remember what they've just learnt, and also really kind of raises the mood. So a sticky ball is essential. Easy example, end of the class, 5 or 10 minutes, split the kids into 2 teams. They have to answer questions about the vocabulary or the grammar. If they get it correct, they can throw the ball at the board, try and score points, and then of course maybe there's a prize for the winning team. You can even test their listening ability, something that I do quite often. You can draw pictures on the board of the vocabulary or the kind of sentences they've just learnt, then speak examples of this and get the kids to throw balls at each specific thing. Again, it's just a very simple way to kind of add a bit more fun and enjoyment to the class, and it kind of really raises the mood, especially towards the end where the kids and maybe yourself are going to be getting a bit tired or sleepy. If you Google sticky ball ESL lessons, there's a million different great websites and ideas of different types of games and activities you can do with a sticky ball. I've taught English for years and I could not have done it without my beloved sticky ball. I think I love my sticky ball more than I love my girlfriend and my parents. Another thing that I found incredibly useful, especially when you're just starting out with a new school, is just to kind of chat with the school's other teachers. Now, again, this seems obvious, and I'm sure you're a nice, friendly person, and I'm sure whatever school you're placed in, the teachers will be super friendly and helpful, but it's really great to just kind of chat to them, build a relationship, build a rapport, and it's so invaluable, especially when you're going to be in teaching their students, because of course they know which students are the ones to watch out for, maybe some troublemakers, maybe they can tell you about certain students who are not so great at certain things or don't like doing certain things, and it really helps you to kind of gain a knowledge about that class. And again, like I said, this is an incredibly obvious thing, and of course whatever school you go to, the teachers are going to be super nice, but possibly they might be a bit shy, especially if you're the strange new foreign teacher. So making an effort to kind of chat to them, learn about their students, learn about their teaching style is so invaluable, and it will go a long way. So there we go, just a few simple tips. Again, I apologize, it's all super common sense and you probably completely knew about that anyway, but these are the kind of things that I didn't do at first, but now I think are really useful. So I hope it's helped you. For more information, check out the Travel and Teach website, which is listed here and in the description below. If you like what you've seen today, give us a like or maybe even a subscribe. There's a bunch of other videos available about every aspect of going to Korea, living in Korea, teaching in Korea, and hopefully some of it you'll find interesting and useful.